Good morning, everybody. I'm Corey Frumkin, live in Freeport. The bulk of the snow is now moving out, but the cleanup is just beginning. We'll have an update coming up.
More than 30,000 people will be waking up without power this morning here in Maine. I'm Kelsey Fabian. I'll bring you all the details coming up.
It's the morning after the big snowstorm. Time for the big dig out. I'll tell you what you need to know so that you don't get a ticket or towed. That's coming up.
And glad you're continuing with us this morning on our Storm Center this Wednesday morning. I got up a little early this morning to plow the driveway. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Yeah, I stayed in town last night, so I didn't have to do that. But, you know, everybody's altering their lives a little bit because of this thing, including this guy, Todd, who's been working pretty much around the clock since this started. Good morning, Todd.
Yeah, we're in wrap-up mode. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone at home. Many of the winter weather advisories, including the blizzard warning and the winter storm warnings for most of Maine, have been dropped now. We're improving here, and it's going to get better through the day. Up north, though, there'll still be a few inches, 1 to 3 for the mountains and far north. And also a little coastal flood advisory. High tide around the middle of the day will result in some splash over and maybe a little bit of debris on some of the roads in down east Maine. So here's a look at the radar. There are snow showers ongoing up north and also in the mountains, but everywhere else, nothing coming down, so it's much better. Although there's still a little bit of wind, so there may be a little drifting and blowing going on there. There's a little energy to our west. This will swing in this afternoon, resulting in a scattered snow shower this afternoon, but that's about it. Little, if any, additional accumulation expected. A little mild in eastern Maine right now. Calais is 35. Feels decent if it weren't blowing so hard. And we've got temperatures that are dropping off to the west. Wind chills, we're all in this together, between about 15 and 20, so it has gotten a little colder out there. But much quieter this morning, a little bonus sunshine too once it does come up. Ongoing snow showers up in the mountains. Clouds will fill back in during the middle of the day. Breezes won't quit. Wind chills will be in the 20s. And there you go, this evening, a line of snow showers comes through, scattered around. Not every town will see them, though. A few flakes and a few sunny breaks, 25. Clouds fill in, breezy, 30 degrees for the middle of the day, and passing snow showers this afternoon and evening, 32. That'll be your high temperature. We're going to continue our Storm Center coverage this morning. We have crews located all across the state, including Corey Frumkin. He's live this morning in Freeport with Stormy. Corey?
Hey there, Todd. Good morning. That's right. We are live here in Freeport. Stormy is right behind me here. And we are looking at, again, the big cleanup now after the blizzard from yesterday. And over the last several minutes, we've actually had an individual here. He's now down the sidewalk just a little bit, but he was helping to clear. This is Petrillo's in Freeport. And look at how high. This is my waist right here. This snow, these banks here are now waist deep. So this is just incredible here. It's like a little maze, and he's doing a really great job. He's actually using the shovel right now, continuing to clear out the snow here right in front of the outlets here in Freeport. So a big cleanup day today. We're looking at that heavier snow somewhat here as it's packed onto each other now. So take it easy as if you'll be clearing up your sidewalks or your driveways later on today and into the afternoon. Now we're going to send it over to Kelsey Fabian. She is in Kittery this morning, and she is talking about power outages. Kelsey, what do you got for us?
Good morning, Corey. Well, what I got for you is the fine line between power and no power. So we are on Rogers Road in Kittery, which is right off of Route 1. And if we look this way, you can see there are lights on. They're far away, but there are street lights on down there. Now, if we turn the opposite direction, you'll see some car headlights, but it is pitch black. And we drove down this road for about a mile, and there was no sign of power. All the street lights are out. All the traffic lights are out. Now, Central Maine Power is reporting about 30,000 outages. They said that crews are working through the night, but they will be sending fresh crews out this morning to continue fixing those repairs. Now, there are just over 1,000 outages in Kennebec, Waldo, and Oxford counties, but most of the outages are in York County with nearly 25,000. Kittery has more than 5,000, and the town of York has more than 7,000. Now, Elliott and Berwick, they also have a couple of thousand. Emera is saying that they have about 7,000 people without power, and most of those are in Hancock and Washington County. They actually just said this morning that at first light, crews will assess and start making repairs, and they're asking people to make sure your driveways and side roads are clear because it helps them be able to fix those repairs more quickly. So that is the latest from Kittery. There will be a lot of people in the state of Maine waking up in the dark and cold this morning. I'll send it back to you, Lee and Sharon.
All right, Kelsey, thank you very much. Now, even though the storm is mostly over, the aftermath will still affect travel. Airports, let's start there. The Portland International Jetport says most flights right now and up to 11 a.m., they're still canceled. Jetport officials expect to only clear about 75% of today's schedule. And Bangor travelers, pretty much the same story. Flight schedules resume mostly after 11 a.m. Police say a man has been killed hit by a plow in East Hartford, Connecticut, right during the storm. Officials say he was an elderly man taken to the hospital. He died there at the hospital. Officials have not yet released his name. The plow was being driven by a private contractor. Police say the driver was distraught and was fully cooperating.
Checking some other news we're following, a bill to help ensure that Maine veterans are able to receive medical care at a New Hampshire VA clinic has been approved by Maine lawmakers. The law would pay for passport cards for veterans who can't use their Maine driver's licenses to access a health clinic at Pease Air National Guard Base in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Maine is one of a handful of states that has refused to comply with the federal Real ID law, which requires enhanced security features on driver's licenses. The bill now moves to Governor LePage's desk.
The White House has released some details now about the president's 2005 tax return, but this is after MSNBC said they obtained a portion of the document. It shows the president paid $38 million in federal taxes that year. He earned $150 million. The pages don't show the president's sources of income. The White House released a statement saying the new tax information was published illegally, and all the document does is prove the president is a successful businessman.
The New York Attorney General says Secretary of State Rex Tillerson used an alias email address while working at ExxonMobil to send and receive emails related to climate change. The email address was under the name Wayne Tracker from 2008 to 2015. Wayne is Tillerson's middle name. Tillerson used to be the chairman and chief executive of Exxon. This comes while Exxon is under investigation into whether it misled investors about climate change. So everyone will be waking up today to something like this, and that means a lot of digging out. Right, Katie?
A whole lot of it. For cars. I'm here at King Middle School this morning where actually some people just got started a short time ago. It may seem early, but you got to get on top of it. I'll have more coming up.